Hello there guys, and of course welcome yourselves back in for yet another one of us, the Review Bros. Aaron, yourselves watching along in harmony of course for yet again a pre-workout review. And not just any pre-workout review, we've got Dark Labs to thank for sending down their newest pre-workout. Of course it's Crack Diamond, and look at that, the artwork, I've got to say, very good indeed. How's it going to translate in the real world though? We've got the taste, the price, the label and the effects to look at to determine whether this is your next product. And I probably would advise at this stage for the new people to the channel, the beginners to pre-workouts in general, you might want to switch off of this one and go and watch something a bit softer, because this is a hardcore brand and we're expecting no less. Let's get into this one. Okay, so that moves us, of course, into the taste and the mixability of the product. And I can see on the Dark Labs official website, it indeed does come in 3 different flavours. And that's good. It gives you a little bit of a choice, right? It comes in Watermelon Splash. It comes in the one we've got for the sake of today's review, which is Apple Explosion. And it also comes in the one we probably would have preferred, Rainbow Candy. This would have been the second choice. Watermelon would have been our last choice. But of course, that's always subjective, isn't it? So we got ourselves a scoop. A flat scoop gets you 14.9 grams. Be interesting to see how they do, because Dark Labs do struggle with flavours. There's no denying that. And I've got to say, guys, this has got a very classic pre-workout smell. Like a pre-back from the early 2000s. Very strong in the air. Will make you choke. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so I can tell you that I've used it in a clear shaker. The mixability is fine. Today is actually my second day using it. Take note of my pupils. Now, let's get into the taste point of this one. Not bad. Not bad at all, considering what I was expecting in truth. There's a bit of a bitterness on the back end, but it is quite far back. I will say there's not much of an explosion of apple. Let me give it another shot. Yeah, it's quite a mild flavour. I've had much stronger apples in the past. It's not bad though, I've got to be honest. If anything, it's just a bit boring. If anything at all. What would I give it out of 10? I'm going to give it a very safe bet, 7 out of 10. No complaints. I wouldn't get excited to drink it, but it's also not nasty at all. So yeah, good start. Let's get into the price of it. Okay, so we're into the pricing point of this pre-workout. It's Crack Diamond, the new one. I've got to say, look at that scary label. How much is that label setting us back? How much is this product setting us back? And actually, I've got to say, again, a really nice surprise from Dark Labs. I was very impressed with their Crack Daily in terms of a price point. I've just found that actually I'm very impressed with this one as well. So you'll head on obviously over to the Dark Labs official website. Our discount code RB10 works on this product, anything on that website, and also anything over on the Gym Sanctuary website, which are one of those trusted providers of these guys. A tub of it costs £35.26, right? You get 25 servings per container. Therefore, it comes out at £1.41 per go. On our consistent pricing scale, where a 5 out of 10 is what we consider to be average, we thought this was going to be a lot more expensive than average because of everything about it. A 6 out of 10. It is much more affordable than your average pre-workout. And I tell you, it was just 1 penny away from being a 6.5 out of 10. So I'm very impressed. Now, there were some comments on the Crack Daily around shipping prices being quite expensive. It's always been a thing we've never factored into our pre-workout reviews because it's going to cost everyone around the world a different price to get it shipped. So it's it's impossible for us to really do it unless you just break it down every single country, work out what region you're in, how much it's going to cost to ship to you, etc, etc, etc. My best bet and my recommendation to you is obviously head on over to the website, check it out. If the shipping is too expensive for you, at that stage you've got the choice obviously to decline to get it, but it's very affordable from the pricing point of the start of the product. So gotta say, I am impressed. Let's get into the label. Okay guys, let's crack through the label of this one. It's cracked diamond, the newest one of course from Dark Labs. And as I stated, 25 servings per the container. Each scoop, flavour dependent I'm assuming, weighs in at around 14.9 grams. We start off with L-citrine at a good dosage of 5 grams. It's the pure type. It's going to help with nitric oxide production, blood flow, nutrient delivery, and ultimately the pump in the gym. We next start with beta-alanine at 5 grams, which is a huge dosage. Typically only see 3,200. Here we're getting our 5,000. So we're going to get a beta tingle, an itchy paresthesia type feel as the pre-workout kicks in, and a quicker point of saturation in the body to help you with endurance in the gym. L-tyrosine, focus ingredient at 1 gram, mood elevation we hope as well on the side note. We have agmatine at 1 gram, working with the citrine to start us off there, pumps nitric oxide production. Beta-phenylethylamine HCl 500 milligrams, which is in there for focus and concentration. Good stuff to see. We've got caffeine anhydrous at a 350 milligram dosage, about average for today's pre-workout, maybe a little bit more. Of course, your energy and your stimulation. We have up next Juglans Regia, 250 milligrams. Now it's all about the sourcing with this ingredient. It's obviously from the walnut. It's going to give you focus benefits, stimulatory benefits, euphoria benefits even perhaps. We hope. We've got up next theobromine, 150 milligrams for a little bit of mood elevation and a little bit more stimulation. Decaffeine malate, 75% caffeine, 100 milligrams for a slower digesting energy source. It's going to help you keep you stimulated towards the end of training. And on the opposite end of that scale, we've got the caffeine citrate, which is a fast-acting version, also at 100 milligrams here. Again, like I said, a quick sense of urgency and a quick sense of energy. We do hope. Halostachine up next, 100 milligrams, which is a potent fat burner. It's going to metabolize fat cells in the body for an instantaneous source again of energy and perhaps some thermogenic effect. Canna, 75 milligrams as an anti-anxiety type ingredient. Sometimes these high stimulant products can come with a sense of anxiety and jitters. Canna, a bit like L-theanine, going to calm things down. And as a side note on that, maybe some more mood boosting effect. Finishing off the label, 15 milligrams of piperine, which is black pepper. It's going to get these things absorbed into the system, a big dosage, and that actually might have led into a little bit of a spice effect in the taste. It's a stacked label. Obviously, we are missing our good friends geranium and potentially the 2-amino. Could that be a factor? Let's find out now. We now move into the effects of this one. It's Dark Lab's new pre-workout, Crack Diamond Edition. And we do know of Dark Labs to be a stim junkie, strong pre-workout experience. How does this fare compared to their previous versions and of course other pre-workouts on the market today? Well, I'm going to start the journey at the beginning as I normally do. The beta-alanine, a huge dosage here. However, I didn't feel too much from it. Genuinely. I think perhaps there's a sense of urgency that maybe overrides it. I'm not too sure. I expected more. I'll give it like a 5 or a 6 out of 10 on the tingle scale. If you love it, you might miss it a little. If you hate it, you won't mind this pre-workout. That's the truth of the matter. What comes in next is a definite sense of urgency, energy, and some euphoric feels. As with any stim junkie product, which this one falls into, may I add, you always want a little bit longer of a kick-in time. 35 minutes, 40 minutes before you start training to let things really start to take effect. And as I've said before in other pre-workout reviews, you've got to be sedentary when you're after taking the pre-workout to training. If you're doing your warm-ups in the gym, running around doing errands, this, that, the other, pre-workouts just don't kick in as strong. Maybe that's placebo, psychological effect, who knows, who cares. If you rest your 35 minutes before moving, this kicks in strong, and it is a Stim Junkie experience. Energy, high level, ample enough for any body part. Pumps, surprisingly, also very good. I was pumped in the gym, I felt good, I felt strong, I felt no sense of jitters or anxiety or high heart rate or no, obviously there's no alpha-yohimbine in here, but there was no cold sweats from any of those thermogenic ingredients, no nasty feelings, no negatives. What there was though, and what I'll remember in the future of this pre-workout.
Savage pumps in the gym and the bedroom. Wolf pump.
There's DMHA in here, guys. I don't know. It's a solid Juggins Regia pre-workout. It gives you that dilated pupil effect. It's a Stim Junkie pre-workout. So what will I remember, like I said, in 6 months' time after taking this pre-workout? Mood elevation. Yes, I felt happy on this stuff. Not necessarily dancing to music, but I felt productively happy. A to B to C. I cracked through training. I was strong. I was on the ball. It was a perfect training session, both of the times I've used this pre-workout. It is a Stim Junkie pre-workout. What would I compare it to? I would have to say it's a mixture between Flame and the original Crack. It's strong, it does the job. Mood elevation and Euphoria are on your side with this pre-workout. Focus is very good too. Productive, good feels focus. It doesn't give the negatives perhaps of some of the Stim Junkie world. Appetite suppression, mild, not severe. I can still eat now. That wasn't really a factor. I really liked this pre-workout. It's not Dark Labs' strongest pre-workout. It's not their weakest pre-workout. It's sitting somewhere in the middle with that good vibes feel. And I really enjoyed it. And I will use it again in the future. And perhaps it's one you should strongly consider. It really is a diamond in the rough. Cheers for watching, guys. And as always, of course, stay stimmed Dark Lab style.